Howdy, everybody. It's your boys, Kain and Travis, here on the TKT podcast, the 2 Kill Time podcast, your favorite podcast. I started there for like the first time in a while. Your favorite podcast on all streaming podcast platforms. Guys, I hope you had an awesome week. It's been a weird week. We are down TJ today. He's sleeping or getting ready for work. I can't remember what he is doing tonight, but he's not here with us. He's in our memory and in our thoughts tonight. Yep. TJ, we love you. If you listen to this, we miss you. We're going to work on a better record date and time. It's 9:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that we are recording this.
Eastern Standard?
On Tuesday night. So it's a little late. It's later than we normally are. Anyways, Travi, how's your week? What have you been up to? What have you been doing? What's going on? Give me the details.
Well, I just had the biggest yawn of the night to start the podcast, so that's a good start. All right, Hayden slid up on my story and said, hip hip hooray, and then have a period great podcast, Travis.
Yeah, because fuck me, am I right?
Yeah, I guess so, bro.
Simple.
Week was good, man. I don't know if I end up talking about this on the pod last week or not. We recently started exterior work with my job, so just dealing with like ladders and stuff. My body's in rough shape right now. Probably a little bit rougher than it should be, but
yeah, I mean you're young. You're young.
Yeah, I don't know. Just like the sun, getting used to it.
I shows like my camera's like a half a centimeter off from where it should be, and it's bugging the fuck out of me. All right, fixed it. Sorry. Yeah, man. That's cool though that you're kind of doing exterior. Is that like they've moved you to that part, or is it?
It's just like it's finally nice weather enough to have weeks at a time. The only thing that's kind of tough right now is, we're working at this new place that was it was already built, but there's a lot of additions going into it. It's over by Wally's, and I mean every trade is there, man. You know what I mean? Like everyone's trying to get this job done.
Yeah, like so everybody's working around each other, and it's annoying as shit.
Yeah, that's actually been like the toughest part. It's tough to get a rhythm when you have this aspect and this aspect. And,
yeah, that fucking sucks, bro.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
So, not to mention it's only 4 of us now with, Manuel being gone, so we've just been trying to put in extra work, and I think that is taking a toll a little bit on me.
Did you say Manuel?
Manuel.
Word. I feel like you could have said that better.
How would I have said it?
I don't know. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
I feel like I've never heard you say his name other than Manny.
Yeah. Figured I'd shake things up.
You kind of like slowed it down too. It was like Manuel. Like Manuel. Manuel. I don't know. I'm hung up on it now. Good, man. It's good that you're kind of getting outside, though. You're about to get tan as fuck, so that's lit.
Yeah, it's always a plus, but yeah, just the 4 of us, so we're definitely picking up the pace, you know what I mean? We're staying on the move, and tough to do because you can feel yourself getting a little bit lazy around the 2 o'clock.
Yeah, and you don't want to do anything, but you got to hammer it out because there's not that one extra guy anymore.
Yeah.
Damn.
So.
That's a little rough.
Later hours, earlier mornings, all of it's fun. I mean, it's a blessing in disguise, but.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely going to be making bank, though, so that's good.
Yeah.
Little OT action.
Yo.
Yo.
I actually, how was your week? I was going to mention Derek, but I'll have you do your piece, and then I'll.
It was all right. I've been super busy. Like, we came back from Atlanta last week, or was it last week? 2 weeks ago now. And then, like, every day I've had off since, it's just been, like, grinding and just doing shit. So I haven't felt like I've had a day off. And, like, today we were running around until about, like, 2 o'clock maybe-ish. And then I came home. Haley took a nap. I wrote a sports article that I don't even know if it's out yet because I have to get approval for that shit to drop. Like, I have to put it in drafts, and then someone has to read it, and then it posts, and they usually don't let me know that it's posted. So that's been super frustrating. So I did that. I edited a YouTube video for next week, and I'm probably going to do another one because I've only been doing like one a week, which has been super tough. And then I played Warzone for like the last like 4 hours. So the last 4 hours were super nice and relaxing. And it's actually the first time I've played Warzone in like 6 months. Been strictly playing like ranked multiplayer on MW2, which has been super fun. But it's been nice to take a little break of that. And got a fat dubski today. Me and Brian Tomlinson were fucking shredding. And yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time today. But this week has been super long. The last 2 weeks have been very tiresome. I've been sleeping pretty heavy at night, not wanting to wake up to go to work because of everything going on. Which we'll get into that a little bit later. We'll talk about other stuff, yeah.
Yeah, actually, kind of. I've been doing the same thing, man. The past week or two, I've been getting up on time for work, but I keep falling back asleep. Now, granted, we're working in Mayfield, so I'm only about 5 minutes late max.
Yeah.
But like, even still, you know what I mean? It's like I'm up at 5:30, 5:45-ish, but I just like close my eyes for 2 or 3 minutes, turns into 37.
Yeah, bro. I've never been the guy to be like, hey, let me set this alarm when I wake up, snooze it. And like I've been doing that for like a year, and it's really bad because like I can't catch up on sleep. And now I'm sleeping heavier than I was then. Like back then, the reason why I was doing it was because I was sleeping like shit. And now I'm sleeping heavy to the point where I'm like, I don't want to get out of bed until 10 o'clock because I'm so tired. So like tomorrow, I'm pretty sure I close. I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure I work at 11 tomorrow. And I'm going to enjoy that thoroughly, sleeping until 9, 10 o'clock, and then going about my day.
Yeah, for our viewers that actually watch our episodes, I'm going to apologize for this position in advance. I actually have like this back spasm kind of thing going on, so that's why I'm laying like this.
And it's very dark. He's just trying to set the mood for the podcast tonight.
Perhaps.
It's a very chill podcast. Like I said, we're recording this pretty late. We're kind of winging everything. We're just talking tonight. We have nothing on schedule other than like a couple small things. So we're just kind of having a conversation. Two boys being bros, being dudes, having friend conversations, you know?
Dude, and actually, I'm honored because I can give you the first review of your barbecue sauce on the podcast.
All right.
Specifically, I'm the first one.
So before we get into that, everybody, I started making barbecue sauce. It's been an endeavor of mine for a few years. I don't know if we talked about this last week on the podcast or not, but I started making a barbecue sauce. It's called DUBS BBQ Sauce. It has two kind of meanings with the dubs. It's dubs as in like, hey, you catch dubs with your boys, you're playing video games, whatever. Like for W's, you're winning. Like doesn't have to be like video games, just in general, like catching a dub. You know what I mean? The other is it's the first initial of my last name, so it's a little like double entendre, like dubs, like it's Wilder's barbecue sauce. I thought that was pretty cool. Just something a little unique.
Our podcast name.
Yeah, TKT, 2 Kill Time, Travis, Kain, TJ. It's just a little double entendre type thing. And it happened kind of like overnight. Like I said, I've been working on it for a couple years, and I just could never get it right, so I stopped doing it for months. And then a couple weeks ago, I was like, you know what? I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to figure it out, and I did. And it is the perfect, like, recipe, man. I don't know. It is, to me, it encapsulates everything I want to, like a basic barbecue sauce to be. And I say basic because I mean like original. Like when you eat Sweet Baby Ray's, when you eat fucking Stubbs barbecue sauce, it's an original flavor. Like you taste it and you're like, wow, this is what I think of when I think of an original barbecue sauce. And that's what this is, but it's so much better, man. I've had it on so many dishes now, and it just elevates it to the next. Like tonight, Haley made homemade mac and cheese, put a little bit on there, boom, dude, like fucking next level meal. Just elevates it. So yeah, started doing that, came out good, and now we're selling it, and it's taken off, quote unquote, relatively well for the first ever batch that I've made. It's selling pretty well, so thanks everybody who's bought a bottle or a jar. If you need more, let me know. Costs are going to be going down soon. Right now it's $13 a jar. We're working on a website, but we're going to get costs down, have multiple sizes, multiple flavors coming soon. Anyways, Travis, I just want to make sure everybody knew what we were talking about before we get on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't remember last week's episode, man. I'm gonna be like, I really can't remember if we mentioned it or not.
I know like the big pieces that we talked about, but I don't remember if we brought that up.
Yeah. So the first review on the podcast, I was a fan, dude. Like, I like how it was sweet and there's a little bit of like tang.
Little heat at the end, bro.
So this is how the story goes. You sent a snap earlier in the day that said that shipment should arrive Wednesday.
Yeah,
I think it was today.
I put it out on Facebook and sent out snaps yesterday saying if you ordered a jar like and you're picking it up from my parents, it should be here Wednesday, and it got there today.
Yeah. So I remember seeing that snap, and Chris Tinney, he hit me up. He was like, "Yo, like, what are you doing? Did you get your barbecue sauce yet?" I said, "No." Kain said it's not gonna be until tomorrow. He said, "No, it's in right now." And then I saw your snap because I didn't get a chance to check it today because I was so busy at work again. So I was like, "Oh, okay." So I Snapchatted your sister just because I figured it was easier. I didn't know if Paul or Julie were going to be on their phones.
Yeah.
Asked her if I can come over, pick it up. She said, 1 second. Ultimately, I was on my way, and then I called Chris. I asked him if he got his. He didn't, so I went and picked him up.
Yeah.
So there I was, me and Chris in the Finney, ripping to your house. And we get it, obviously, and I'm sitting there rapping with your father and Julie and your sister for a while. And like always, it was great.
Yeah.
Chris was kind of involved. No, I'm playing. He was kind of involved. So we also picked up Matt's too. That's why she sent that picture and sent it to you, she said.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there talking to your dad about it, and I actually have to pull up his quote because I wrote it down so I didn't forget it.
Oh, God.
I'm sitting here talking to him about it, and he's like, it's sweet at first, but he said, "Bud, when you swallow, hold on."
Right? Dude, it's fucking... Oh, my God. When I called them, and we talked about this before we started recording, and I was like, yo, I want to see you guys try it. And they try it, and he was like, holy shit, Bud, that's spicy. I don't think you need to come out with a spicy one. I was like, Dad, the first thing everybody said is like, that's perfect, but now I want a spicier version because it's perfect, man. It's the perfect blend of sweet and spicy, and you don't get the spicy until you swallow. Like, you swallow, and it hits the back of your throat, and you're like, oh. Like, you're like, ooh.
What I like about it, and what I like about certain sauces, is that it stayed there.
Yeah.
You know, like it sat.
Yeah. It's so good,
and,
man.
It was just great because I didn't try it yet when he said that, and he looked at me and just like, when you swallow, hold on.
Yeah.
And I mean, it got me kind of nervous because I was like, all right, so what kind of a spice level am I expecting? I like spicy stuff, but I don't like being surprised by it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I want to know what I'm getting myself into.
For sure.
So I opened the top, and I took a finger swipe, but then I just licked the whole thing.
Yeah, it's your jar. Who cares?
Yeah. And I looked right at Julie, and I was like, imagine this on like some type of like grilled chicken, like a wing or a breast or something, with that little burnt flavor as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
bro. So we made it. Obviously, we tried it. Like when I first nailed it, and I was like, oh shit! Like the first jar, we were like, we got it. Because again, I've been doing it, and I had Haley try it with me, and we were like, this is it. Like this is the one. This is the recipe. And so the first thing we did, we jarred it, sealed it. Next night, defrosted chicken. Got home, put it in the oven, 180 for 45 minutes. Got it or we got chicken tenders, made the chicken tenders. Sorry, this is the first night. Made chicken tenders. We were like, oh shit, like it's good dipping, which I wasn't sure if it was gonna be good dipping or not, because some barbecue sauces are good dipping, some are only for grilling. Like it's just a difference. So then that night after we eat the chicken tenders, I get out chicken breast that we had frozen, or that we had defrosted the previous night, and marinated them for 24 hours till the following night for dinner. Got home, made it, bro, the moist chicken, like the best tasting chicken I've had. We didn't do anything other than marinate it. We just marinated it and cooked it. You know what I mean? It wasn't anything special. And it was probably the best chicken, like flavorful chicken I've ever had. It was so good. And I'm not tooting my horn, but it's so good on things. I made mac and cheese tonight, put a little bit in there. It's just, it to me replaces all other sauces right now. And it may just be, again, because it's my sauce. I'm not trying to overhype it or anything, but there's a reason why on the back of the jar I was like, it elevates every dish. Because everything I've had it on a hot dog. Like, it's good, man. It really is that good in my opinion.
I do have yet to like actually put on something. By the time me and him went, like I already ate, and I'm doing the fasting thing, so I wasn't gonna eat again as much as I wanted to.
Yeah.
But I do plan to either. I think I have chicken in the freezer that I'll take out and thaw it tomorrow. But
yeah,
I'm gonna make something with it tomorrow, so next week I'll be able to have a more in-depth review for you. But
yeah. So I haven't heard one bad thing, and my biggest thing is like, hey, you already bought it. Be honest. Like, you paid for this. Don't think of it as like it's me. So obviously everybody that's bought it has never tried it before, especially even people down here. The people that I hand delivered the jars to, I didn't even let them try it. I'm like, hey, you're paying for it up front, then you get the jar. Just like you're like going to a grocery store and trying a new product for the first time. So that's the first thing I told people is like, you're paying $13 for this jar. Let me know what you think. Honestly, if it's fucking ass, tell me. And not one person has been like, yo, this is bad. Every person has been like, holy shit, like you got something. And my buddy Boone, he actually just made a post on Facebook before the podcast. I'm going to pull it up and read it to you because I think it perfectly explains it in a way that it makes sense to everybody. So he put, I got my DUBS BBQ Sauce last week, and I finally was able to try it out. DUBS doesn't disappoint. I grabbed a little bit of spare chicken I had, threw it on the grill, covered it in DUBS, and let it cook. This sauce rocks. It delivers a perfect blend of sweet and heat without going too far either way. If you don't have any yet, give it a try. And I think that's the perfect way to describe it, man, is you don't have to do anything else.
Yeah, bro.
If you're looking to just make something, just slap it on there, boom. You don't have to do anything else to the meat. You don't have to do anything else to the thing you're dipping. You just dip it in the sauce and roll on. And that's, today me and Haley went out for lunch at a place called Brothers Burger Joint. Great food, had a great burger, great fries. They had jambalaya as a fucking appetizer, which was wild. It was good, but I've never seen that before as an appetizer. And jambalaya, it's like it's basically like a rice, peppers, onions, celery, sausage, chicken. Like it's basically like a gumbo, but in a different way. It's different, but it's kind of a similar thing. It's like a Louisiana Southern dish. But anyways, like when I'm at a restaurant and somebody brings out like a steak or even pasta or anything like that, and then they bring out like the salt and pepper, I'm like, did they not put it on? You know, I never put salt and pepper added onto a dish. I never in my life have I grabbed salt and pepper and been like, yep, let me just shake this on here real quick, because
yeah, I do.
I never do it, man. Like, unless it's fries and I know they're not salted enough for me, then I'll put salt on them. But never do I just grab it and pour it on. Parmesan cheese on pasta, of course, but I don't think that that's what they want. You know what I mean? Like, I understand why they put it there, but there's a reason why they make it. They already put those things in it. I want to have it how the chef cooked it. And I think that's what DUBS does, man. Like, you don't have to add something else to your food other than that sauce.
Yeah.
You can put it on early, put it on late, get a char on it. You can use it as a dipping sauce. I'm really impressed with how it turned out. Like, I'm very happy about it. It's turned into a little bit of a small business. I'm working on, like I said, a website and everything else to get it rolling. We're going to go to farmers markets and shit and sell it. And we're going to get the price down, come out with sizes, come out with different flavors. That way there's more of a variety for everybody. That way the people that want spicy can get spicy. People that just want a sweeter one can get the sweeter one. And things like that. And then hopefully eventually, and me and Haley have actually talked about this, is mobile, like in Mayfield, they do that type of shit all the time. They have like craft pies and stuff like that. I was like, bro, if I can distribute it to gas stations like that, either around here or even up north, and just send cases on cases, you know what I mean? Like it's craft, you know what I mean? Like, yes, it has to meet certain requirements, but once we get there, like that would be huge.
Right.
Because think about how many people drive through Mayfield that are just going to barbecue or just going to just need to stop and to get some charcoal on the way to camp to get gas, and they see that and they're going to be like, oh, word, like, fuck it, I'll try this. It's craft fucking barbecue sauce. Who wouldn't want to try that?
Exactly.
So I think I'm really excited, man. I appreciate your kind words about the barbecue sauce. And shout out to everybody else that has purchased a jar already, getting one of the first batches or first jars of the first batch ever of DUBS BBQ Sauce. Thank you guys for all the support. We'll keep you all in the loop soon, and as soon as the website's up, we'll get you out there. I even started putting like the DUBS logo in the bottom corner of my stream today.
Really?
Yeah, just extra fucking people can see it. It's I mean, other than the ketchup, like I purchased ketchup, but other than that, it's homemade. Like everything is my recipe. It's a ketchup-based barbecue sauce. Outside of I don't want to make ketchup. That's not what I got in it for. If I have to get the ingredients to make the ketchup, then I'll fucking get the ingredients to make ketchup. But it's literally just a from scratch outside the ketchup, I guess. Is the best way to put it. I don't know. You said you want to mention something about Derek, just to get off the barbecue sauce tangent that we're on.
Yeah, so like it kind of went with my story of picking up Chris. I just had like a wild kind of like hour straight. So I ended up doing all that with Chris and, chopping it up at your house for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped Chris off. Dude, I go down. Obviously, he's on 2nd Ave. I know a lot of people can't picture it, but I know you can. And you're going out towards 30.
Mm-hmm.
And right at the intersection, across the street where that Double H joint is.
Yeah.
I assume you know this, but I don't know if you do. His mom now lives in that White House.
Gotcha.
Right there. So I'm getting ready to take a right, go towards, the summit, and I see Derek across the street, dude, like jumping and waving.
Like trying to flag you down.
Yeah, dude. So I give him a honk to let him know I acknowledge him and please stop doing that. Like, for your sake, for my sake, for your daughter's sake. Tommy Boy line.
Yeah. Oh,
for everyone that didn't know.
Sorry, I was also reading chat, so like it took a minute to register what you said.
Where was I going with it? So Derek's been trying to hang out for a while. I'm like, dude, like I'm either working or coming home and like relaxing. Like that's all I'm doing. I barely play games. Like I'm not even really like I don't even talk to like text people, dude. Like the most interaction I have is kind of with you on here.
Yeah. Same, like with people back home outside of like playing video games or this podcast, I don't even like. I was telling my sister when she was in chat before the podcast, I was like, "Damn, I feel like you haven't talked to me in like forever," because it's been like 2 weeks since I've talked to Shauna. Just because like shit, I don't ever think about it, man. I'm really bad about it. I know we've talked about that.
Is she still in the chat?
Yeah, she's still here. Slate's also asked me why do I have a crush on Nick. I don't know who Nick is.
Slade's also sent me a snap saying, yeah, fuck you, Kain.
Oh, I don't really give a fuck. Fuck him.
Yeah, so.
I have no idea who Nick is, and yes, Sean is still here.
Yeah, man, so ultimately, like, Derek waved me down, and I chatted with him for a minute, and I got home, and I was like, I'm, like, socially exhausted right now.
Yeah, dude. Social battery just runs out.
Like, yeah, I need my Ryobi battery charged.
It's funny as fuck because, like, our generation is built through social media and shit, and like not really our generation, but like we experienced life before all of this shit.
Yeah.
So like we're our generation when it comes to like social battery and shit is so fucking funny because we used to always be around each other, and then social media became a huge thing, and ways to like communicate like this in Discord and like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and even MySpace at the time. I can distinctively tell when I've had enough.
Yeah, dude.
Like it'll just be like, yep, I don't want to talk to anybody anymore. Like I'm done. I'm good. I want to go home.
I'm all right.
Yeah, like I'm good. I'm good. I just want to sit at home. And like so we do like little get-togethers here like we used to do back home, just minus like being outside because we don't have like an outside area outside of down there.
Right.
And like we usually do that like once a month, and the 1 week we did it, and then like 2 weeks later we did it, and both of them were like bangers, bro, like bangers, to the point where when we got back to work a couple days later, my boss was like, because obviously I invite my bosses even though they're not supposed to come, but like we're all friends, we're family and shit, and he was like, yo, like I heard your fucking parties go hard, like I heard, and I like, that's fucking great to hear, dude, like that made me feel good, bro. And like I know like my parties go hard, but that shit was like, damn, nice. Like people know it down here too. And like we did it 2 weeks later, both were bangers, and then like they wanted to do another one like the following week. And like I was trying to get it, and everybody's like, oh, maybe. And I was like, I don't even want to do this. Why am I like I got asked to host it and I don't want to do it. So I was like, yo, unless somebody else is planning to host, like I don't want to have a party this weekend, like blah blah blah.
Right.
So we're gonna do it this weekend, which is, it's been about a month and a half or so, or a month since we've done anything, and it was just like that weekend, bro, my social battery had ran out. I knew that through work and everything that I do throughout the week, I was not gonna have a battery left Saturday night to do shit.
Right.
So I came home and fucking played video games all night. Krub asked if I am balding. Yes, we've been over this multiple times. Yeah. Like, that's what I mean. Bro, Slates came into the fucking thing earlier, and Shauna was in my chat. He came into our Discord, and he was like, who's Shauna? I was like, that's my sister. He was like, oh, that's nice. My sister never supports me in my Twitch chat. And I was like, that's because I have family and friends that actually support me and don't just shit talk me all the time. And they're like, I don't shit talk you. And I was like, okay. And moved on. And then the whole time is him just like, I said, man, I should be like an IGL and for a BR team, like a Battle Royale team, because I have so high of like Battle Royale IQ. And he said, really, I would have never guessed you had an IQ. I would have guessed you had a low IQ of like, I don't remember what number you said. And I was like, see, that's what I mean, bro. Like, you just come in here to talk shit and then dip. And then like that question, like we've been over it 10 times. Yes, I'm balding, bro.
Yeah, what?
There's no reason to be like, yo, are you balding every time you come in chat? Like, I don't know. That just irks me, bro. Irks me. Irks me.
Oh,
your sister doesn't have a Twitch. It's a joke. I know. Like that's the point. It's just, yeah. Anyways, I forgot where I was kind of going with that story. I just got sidetracked so hard there.
I gotta forget what we were saying.
Yeah, same.
I think something about something.
Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying. Anyways, so today, like, I don't want to go back to the barbecue sauce thing, but it just reminded me today. That's what I was talking about earlier. Was I've just been super busy lately because on my days off, I've been basically making barbecue sauce and then either shipping it out, delivering it, because I've been hand delivering it to people down here. And like most of it's easy because I can just bring some of it to work or bring some of it to here. But like some of it's been hard. Like my cousin Elvis and Beth live down in Chapel Hill, which is about an hour away. So like Sunday, I made a designated trip to go bring them stuff. And then I had to stop at Walmart and get a couple more mason jars. And it was like a fucking... It wasn't the process of bringing it to them. It was, I went to Walmart that was close. they didn't have any mason jars for whatever fucking reason. This Walmart just, like, not even a spot for it. They did not carry mason jars. It's canning season.
Yeah,
like, didn't even have any mason jars. So we go to the next Walmart, which is 10 minutes past our house after already driving an hour and then another 10 minutes. And the traffic's terrible, so it's 20 minutes. Then we get in there, and we finally fucking get the mason jars, and I pick up this nice, beautiful, like, 12-quart sauce pot or pan, whatever the fuck it is. It's huge. It's like fucking this tall and like this big around. Awesome. It's like my pride and joy right now for whatever reason. And on our way out, we go to self-checkout. And they only have 4 self-checkouts in this fucking Walmart. So we get up to the one, and we had already been there a few days before to get other mason jars and shit and stuff to ship it.
Yo.
And we got this register that it accepts cards, but for whatever reason doesn't like lock the cards in, and it won't let you swipe it. So like it's out of order. And it happened to us the last time. We're standing behind a lady, and that register and another one open right at the same time. And mind you, the line's here. Here's the one that doesn't work. Here's the one that fucking opens. She goes to the far one, and I look at Haley. I was like, this is about to be a fucking issue. So we go in, scan our shit, a quick in and out trip. Fuck no. Doesn't read the card. Guy comes over, suspends the transaction, turns. The other guy's having an issue trying to pay in cash on a thing that only collects card. So he goes over, scans his thing to fucking suspend the transaction, doesn't suspend it, registers as a cash transaction, never took his money. He has the receipt showing it's sold, and he's like, I didn't buy anything. Like, I promise. Like, I'm not trying to steal this. So the guy gets his manager. Mind you, we're standing there. It's now been 10 minutes just waiting to pay. Manager comes over, does a bunch of shit. Whole time the security officer staring at us, because that's a thing down here. They just have fucking state troopers that police the doors staring at me the entire time, thinking I'm about to bolt off. Like, I'm Usain Bolt and get out of here. And so manager comes over, like 5-10 more minutes goes by, and he basically tells the guy that was buying like a little Nerf gun and then like a motorcycle cover. And he's like, yeah, man, you're good. Like it was a mistake. It registered your cash, blah, blah. And he was like, it didn't take my cash, my $20 right here. And he was like, you're good, like, go. And then he comes to us. He was like, yeah, you guys are good, like, blah, blah, blah. I'll walk you to the door because they're going to ask for your receipt. You won't have it. So we got fucking $58 worth of mason jars and a pot for free because their thing's just not working. So I told the manager, I was like, hey, like, this has been a continuous problem for you guys. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, we were here 3 days ago, and the machine did the same thing. They had to suspend it and take us to another register. Not this whole situation, like, but just so you're aware, like, this isn't like a today thing, so nobody's addressed it. And he was like, right. Oh, okay, well, thanks for letting us know. I don't know if it's been fixed. I haven't been back there, but it was supposed to be like, hey, drive down an hour, drive an hour back, 10-minute stop at Walmart. Ends up being 2 fucking 45-minute stops at Walmart. We finally get home. And then, like, today, I had to go out, drive, like, 30 minutes to deliver a jar to my old boss. Talked with him for, like, 10 minutes, then went to lunch, and then came home. But it's so fucking tiring. Bro, yeah. I've driven, like, 400 miles in the last week, and that's not a lot. Don't get me wrong. It's not a lot. But when I usually only drive to work and home, and, like, then whenever we go out and do little stuff, we do shit, I usually only have to fill up on gas, like, once every 2 to 3 weeks. And I got gas Thursday, and then I got gas again today. Like, it was 4 days, Travis.
Yeah.
Fucking sucked.
Feel that.
Yeah. That was a story that I wanted to tell you. I hope you enjoyed.
Dude, I did.
Thanks.
How's the Beamer treating you, though? I haven't asked you about it in a while.
It's good, man. I like it. It's a fun car. It's better on gas. It's
That's
really quick.
That you have it.
Huh?
I keep forgetting that you have it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of people don't even know that I have it. Like, my aunt just found out the other day because, like, I just didn't talk to people about it or tell anybody about it. Right. Just because, like, I don't like to brag like that or anything. Like, I'm really proud of my car, and I'm really proud of the things, like, me and Haley have accomplished down here. And I just know, like, a lot of people aren't fortunate enough to just have a car that they want or be able to do those type of things. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to tell anybody about it other than like direct people because whatever. And I know we've talked about it on the podcast, but I haven't just like went out and been like, oh yeah, I drive a BMW M340 because like no one gives a fuck. No one cares. Yeah, it's a beautiful car. I love it. It's fast. It's fun. It's very precise. It's got every feature that I could ever want on a car. But it's good. It's really fun. I enjoy it a lot. I miss the Scat Pack a lot because it's just the difference is like a tuned machine versus an uncaged animal is what it really feels like. And like again, my old boss works at the Infinity store down here. So when we pulled up, they had a brand new. Well, it was a 22, but it was new. Still had still brand new in their inventory, but a 22, which is crazy because 24s are coming out.
Right.
It was a Q60. I want to say it was a Q60S, but it was in like the grayish blue color with gray wheel. Like it was a beautiful car. It was a coupe, beautiful car, and I was like, damn, if that wasn't $62,000, because like Infinities are nice. Don't get me wrong; they are a luxury Nissan, so like it only goes so far. But they're nice cars. The only problem is being in the car business is I know they fucking depreciate, just like Genesis, bro. Genesis are so nice. The front ends are beautiful. But it's also only a fucking Hyundai. Like they drop off a cliff. It's just like Beamers after a certain extent. But like at least a Beamer is like it's still a luxury car. Like it's its own brand in its own right. And like I love the way Infinities look, and they are really great cars. Nissan's really changed the name for themselves, but they still depreciate so hard, and I don't get it. Like I do, but I don't.
Yeah.
Like I could justify getting like a used Q50 because they're super nice, just like the one you have. Nice cars, and you can get them for a really good price. They're super reliable for what they are, and they have a decent amount of space for what they are. But buying a brand new one just doesn't make sense. Like dude, $61,000 for a Q60.
Weirdly enough, dude, I have my original sticker right here because I was looking at some shit. For the... Alright, so yeah, mine wasn't that expensive, but brand new, my car would have been $47,000.
Which is fucking insane.
Yeah, that's just too much for what it is.
Yes, like right here. This is actually a different one. This is a red Sport. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can find the one that I was looking at today. Well, either way, let's say I'm going to look within 200 miles of here. Let's go 2020 to 2022. I don't know what it was. But like, okay, so let's go a red Sport because there's 10 of them for sale within 200 miles from a 2020 to a 2022. Here's a 2022 used. I'm going to see the price on it. Or sorry, 3,200 miles, okay? How much would you think it's priced at?
Oh, jeez. I think it should be priced like mid-40s.
So it's right at 48. Brand new Q60 Red Sport at the same dealership, brand new, 63,000 MSRP.
Yeah,
15 grand within 3,000 miles gone. And that's top of the line Q60. Top of the line Red Sport. Yeah, like doesn't go any higher. 63 grand and 3,000 miles depreciates 15 grand. And like, yes, I know, trust me, I get it. I'm in the car business. Shit depreciates. You drive it off the lot, you lose money. I fucking get it. But right now in this market, that doesn't happen. Like, you buy a brand new Yukon at MSRP, like from me, if you buy it at MSRP, you can go 2 months and get money back. Like it, you know what I mean? Like you can put 10,000 miles on it and you're getting your money back.
Yeah.
And there's cars out there that do depreciate and that don't appreciate or depreciate. But again, like 2022 Q60 Red Sport with the Proactive package is $63,000. And if I go to Q60 Red Sport 2020 or newer, the first one that comes up, same color and everything. Yeah. Q60 Red Sport 48,789. Here's a 20 with 50,000 miles, 41. A 2018 with 46, 37. Like, they just fall off the face of the earth. It's wild. Because they're nice cars. They are nice. I mean, I know I've had 3 separate friends of mine have a Q60. You know? Or not a Q60, a Q50.
Yep.
Granted, one of them was the same car. He traded it, and then my other friend bought it from him. But that's besides the point. They're nice cars. There's no reason why they should depreciate that much. But, you know, car business and the car world will always be that way.
It is what it is.
But how are you liking your car, buddy?
Good, man. It's a perfect, like, doesn't have everything I want, but I get a smile every time I drive it. You know what I mean?
What's one thing that it doesn't have that you want on your next car?
That's kind of a tricky question because the only thing I wish was different was the interior. I wish they would update it. It's been the same since 2015
That's how
or
I feel about. That's why I
2014.
That's why I didn't get a new Charger. Because it's been the same since 2014. Like, it's been the same interior, same exterior since then. Yes, there's been minor cues, but it's the same thing.
Right. Pretty much. So I say that because I kind of compare it to actually driving my mom's Acadia Denali there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's obviously it's a Denali, so it's like top
It's
trim,
loaded,
but it has everything, man. Like the adaptive cruise control, heated and cooled seats. Like,
got everything.
That's kind of what I compare it to, and honestly, sometimes I'll take my mom's car and just not drive my car because I want to have the Bose sound system.
The Bose is really nice in all GMs, man.
Yeah.
The only thing that I didn't like the Bose in was we had that Cadillac CT4V Blackwing. Super nice car, but like the Bose just it wasn't worth it. Like if I had the choice to not get it on that CT4V, I wouldn't have because it was a waste of money. It didn't sound as good.
Yeah, and it's nice having both of those. I've been able to kind of have the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? I have I'll say it's obviously a luxury car, a little bit sportier of a car, but then I can also have like SUV if I need it, if I need to go do something or whatever. Yeah. So.
Well, that's really the difference when it comes down to it is one's a sports car, one's a fucking SUV, you know?
Yeah.
And like that's the difference between like the BMW and the Scat Pack is like one's a mid-size sedan, one's a full-size sedan. You hop in the back of BMW and you're like, wow, this is really small. You hop in the back of the Charger and you're like, I could fucking fit 6 more people back here. Same thing with like the Magnum. Like there's a vast difference between those cars, and as much as I miss my Charger, like, you know the difference when you get in the cars. Like, you know what one was made for and what the other was made for. One was meant to be a luxury sports sedan. One was meant to be a fucking animal. You know what I mean? Like, they're granted has heated seats, has fucking cooled seats, Alcantara leather, 485 horsepower. Like they're vastly different vehicles, and you know it as soon as you step in it.
Right. So is the Beamer faster?
It's quicker. I've never had the Beamer to the speed that I've had the Scat Pack to. I've never really pushed it too hard, just because God forbid fucking something happens, like it's gonna be way more expensive. But like I've had the Scat Pack up to 161. I've only had the Beamer up to 130. I didn't push it much past that. I don't know what the top speed is on them, but it is faster 0 to 60 by like 0.3 of a second. Like, it is quicker, and you feel it, and you can. Whereas like when you stomp on the gas with a Scat Pack in track mode, like you'll fucking get sideways. Like the wheels spin. Whereas like the BMW, you feel it, but like the whole time, like you're like fuck, you're just going. You know what I mean? Like you're there. Yes, you feel the back end getting squirrely, but it's never like I'm out of fucking control, like sideways. Whereas in the Scat Pack, like you step on the gas hard enough, you're just gonna go around. And that's with the Scat Pack. Imagine Hellcat, you know what I mean? And that's also the difference too. Like you go from the Scat Pack to the Hellcat Red Eye, into the Demon at the time. Like you have a BMW M340. The only thing that's higher than the M340 is the M3. Like, that's it. It's M340 to M3, and I guess the M3 comp, but the M3 comp isn't necessarily another model. It's basically like an add-on trim. You get a different motor, blah blah blah. I guess it could be considered a different model, but anyways.
And yours has a V6
V6,
twin
yeah.
turbo?
Yeah, it's got twin turbo 3.0.
Nice.
I like it, man. It's fun. I want to get a different exhaust for it because it has built-in valves. So like when you're in comfort, it's quiet. When you put it in sport or sport plus, it is louder. But like you can go online and search up like M340 like exhaust videos, and it's like, damn, that sounds way nicer. And like, yeah, it's a $2,000, $4,000 exhaust, but like it's worth it. They sound so much better.
Yeah.
I don't have really anything else to talk about. I think we had a nice little get together podcast tonight. Nice little calm talk.
A good one, dude. We had no topics. Like
had nothing.
This was all straight off the dome.
Off the top. Off the TKT piece, you know?
Exactly.
Well, anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, or leave a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts if you haven't already. Get that 5-star review out there. Tell your friends about it. We are on episode 40. This was episode 40, so we have 12 more episodes left of season 1 before we take a short break of the weekly uploads before we jump back in it. Yeah, 3 months left of weekly uploads before we take a little break. 40 weeks we've been doing this is fucking insane, to be honest.
That's crazy.
But I hope you guys have enjoyed all 40 episodes so far. And if you haven't already, leave a review. Please leave a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We would greatly appreciate it. We're trying to get this podcast out to more people so your friends, family, and loved ones can enjoy our voices and our conversations as much as you do. Anyways, guys, much love, and we will see y'all in the next one.
See ya.